Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we have a top of the table clash at home to Havant Waterlooville, and then we face bottom of the league Hungerford away from home. So since the last episode, things continue to go really well. The problem is, most of the teams around us continue to do really well as well. So despite going on a great win streak at the moment, great unbeaten streak, shall I say, we're still only 3 points clear of Bath in 8th place, just outside the playoffs there. So we need to continue to win in this episode. And having to Waterlooville at home first, it's going to be a tricky one, but we did beat them 2-0 away from home. Anyway, since the last episode, I've signed another player, another two players actually, another two players. Unfortunately, Albie Armin, who joined us on loan from Ipswich for the season, who's been absolutely ridiculous in recent times as well. Unfortunately, Ipswich recalled him. Unfortunately for us, really disappointing. His contract expires end of the season, though, as you see there. So I might try and look to get Armin on a free transfer end of the season if he's available. We shall see about that. But yeah, Ipswich weren't happy with me playing him at left back. They wanted me to play him at centre back. I did eventually start playing him at centre back, which he was brilliant at, by the way. But they already made their mind up. They wanted to recall him because of broken promises, I guess you could say. Yeah, so they recalled him in the end after all, which seems like a stupid decision, has to be said, because he's now in there on the 21 side. But I was playing him at centre-back in the end, and he was getting first-team football and playing really well. But anyway, I'm not the Ipswich manager, so that's his problem. He's recalled Albie Armin, unfortunately for us. We did replace him, though, with quite a good centre-back on loan from Peterborough, Ashton Fox. He's only played 2 games so far, but he's already started off really well. 2 matches with 7.25. You can see here, he's just overall quite good at this level. You see here, just aerially, mentally defending, physical and speed as well. Even going forward, a little bit of passing about him. He's just overall quite good at this level. So I'm very happy to get him in. He looks like a really, really good player, Ashton Fox. And he's a good replacement for Albie Armin. You look here, you compare the two. There's not much difference between the two at all, really. I'd probably still prefer to keep Armin about. He's only 18 as well, so he's 2 years younger. Probably say Armin is better overall, I'd say. But as a replacement for Armin, losing a player of his calibre is just, yeah, Ashton Fox has come in and he's done a good job so far. Only 2 games played, as I said, but it looks really good. Armin, well, I might be able to dream. To try and sign on a free transfer next season. If we get promoted this season, which is now some sort of possibility, then I think we could definitely get Armin. If we remain in the Vanarama South, though, I don't know if he'll be interested in joining us. And also, at this period, a lot of teams, they always just offer him new contracts. So he probably won't even run out of contract at the end of the season now. We shall see about that. But I'd love to sign him on a permanent transfer. But anyway, other than Ashton Fox, I've also brought in a squad player in Dean Agger. He's nothing special about him, but he's joined only £110 a week, which is nice. And as a fringe player, I did finally realise that we can only have one player at the club who can play left midfield, which is Lee Martin. So that was a problem. We needed another player who can play left midfield at least. And Dean Agger was that man. He's joined us. Nothing more than a squad player. Probably won't extend his contract past the season. Saying that, though, I might do, because he's only on £110 a week, which is very, very cheap. And it's very, very nice. He's got a bit of pace about him. He's alright technically as well, but just overall, he's just not very good. But as a backup player, £110 a week, I think he's not as bad as it makes out there. We had Alfie Paxman in the club, for goodness sake, and that bloke was absolutely awful. He's on double his wages, so yeah, he's not that bad, really. Well, of course, as I've said before in the last episode, we sign a player, we need to sell a player. So, of course, Armin left us on loan there. Fox came in to replace him, and to bring in Agger, I had to sell Alex Green. He's gone to Hitchin on a free transfer. He's only about £100 a week, but I need that extra £100 a week, and yeah, got rid of Alex Green. Not much about him at all, as I said. He's defending, he's quite good. At this level, defensively, he's really good, actually. It's just everything else, which is absolutely terrible. As I said, 7 jumping reach and be 6'2". It just defies the laws of physics, basically. It just doesn't make any sense. And mentally, he's just terrible. 4 composure, 4 concentration. So, yeah, not much use for us, Alex Green. If he was better in every other department, he would be useful for us. But unfortunately, he is not. So that's the new transfers to talk of. So just in the lower leagues here, you get transfers all the time, don't you? Because we'll go on free transfers. And yeah, I'm fairly happy with how the squad is taking shape, to be honest with you. Sam Matthews, by the way, he started off quite poorly for us, but I knew once he got his match sharpness up, he turned out to be a great player for us. He just looks like a good player at this level. He looks like a Vanarama national player to me, maybe even a League 2 player. So I knew he'd come good eventually. And in this 3-game period here, he got two assists in that game, 1 goal, 2 assists there, and an assist there. So 1 goal and 5 assists in the space of 3 games. He's a proper player, he is. Anyway, since the last episode, we haven't lost the game, and things are going really well. Since I changed the tactic to the Let's Hope tactic and stuck with it for a change, so changing things all the time, it's gone pretty well indeed. They're all getting used to their roles and everything like that, and yeah, things are going really well indeed. And I could have changed things after a poor game at home to Worthing in the next game after the episode there, where we drew 0-0. And I was thinking about, you know what, Kenny, should I change things here? didn't work in this game, did it? 0-0. But no, I said, you know what? Stick to it, Kenny. Stick to it. We just one bad game, and we bounced back in the next game by beating Tonbridge 3-0 away from home, which is a very, very nice win as well. As I said, in the last episode there, we won 1-0 against St Albans and Chess Hunt, beat Eastbourne Borough 1-0 as well. It just looked like we weren't creating anything in games. We were just nicking a goal, and no one could create anything against us. That changed in the Tonbridge game there, because we created lots of things in this game and won the game comfortably. Candy, Constable and Asante on the score sheet there. We then beat Vanarama National Giants, Dorking Wanderers 3-2 at home in the FA Trophy third round, which was a very, very lively game. We were 1-0 down through Alfie Rutherford. Diaz Wright made it 1-1 with a penalty. He then went 2-1 up through Rutherford again. Asante made it 2-2 before half-time. And Chicky Candy got the fifth goal in the thriller here to win the game 3-2, which was very, very nice. Alfie Rutherford was a good player as well against us. He was really good, actually. And, he punished us on a couple of occasions there. But we got through Dorking 3-2, a team who are obviously a division above us. So that was very nice. We then faced Dulwich Hamlet back-to-back in the league, who were sitting third in the league at the time. So definitely a playoff rival of ours. We drew 0-0 away from home, which is a good result, as to be said. And we then beat them 4-1 at home, which is a very nice result. James Constable with a brace off the bench there. After that, we had a brilliant win. I did say I was bringing you back for Ebbsfleet and Havant Waterlooville because of the Altringham's games, which I'll get to in a second. Ebbsfleet was rearranged, and we beat them 3-0 at home very comfortably. This was a nice win. Very nice, actually. Asante, Candy, and Sam Matthews on the score sheet there. We then faced Altrincham away in the FA Trophy fourth round, another Vanarama National team. We drew the game 2-2. We looked like we was dead and buried, to be honest with you. We was 2-1 down with only a couple minutes to go, but Constable made it 2-2 there in the 88th minute to force a replay. I did think it was going to go to extra time penalties. We agreed to have extra time. It did go to extra time, but for some reason it doesn't go to penalties. You agree to extra time and it still goes to a replay anyway, so what is the point of agreeing to extra time? I have no idea. But yeah, we played extra time there against Altrincham, and then we had to play them 4 days later in the replay. We managed to win the game 1-0. Another late goal there. They gave away a penalty in the 86th minute. They actually dominated the first half, and I decided to change things at half time, which I don't normally do now with Dover, but I changed the formation because Altrincham were creating too many chances against us, and we started to get in the game a bit better then, and Diaz Wright won a penalty in the 87th minute. He converted it, and we won the FA Trophy fourth round 1-0. So we got through two Vanarama National teams in the last 2 rounds of the FA Trophy. We've been set up another Vanarama National team in Bromley away from home in the 5th round. But we're going well in the FA Trophy currently. Of course, that is a winnable trophy, despite being down in the Vanarama South here. We've proved we can beat the Vanarama National sides in Altrincham and Dorking, of course. Bromley a higher end Vanarama. No, they're 20th in the Vanarama National, so we've definitely got a chance against them as well. If you think it logically, we're only about 5 or 6 or so places below them in the, well, maybe 9 or 10 places below them in the bigger league table there. So, yeah, not too much worse than Bromley, I'd say. So, definitely got a chance there to beat them. But, of course, they'll be favourites. But the FA Trophy is going really well. But in terms of the league, that's going really well as well. We haven't lost a game since we lost away to Hampton and Richmond 1-0. And loads and loads of clean sheets, as you see here. Defensively, we have been absolutely solid. Unfortunately, we lost Armin, but we did bring in Fox to replace him. Anyway, let's get to this first game. Then at home to Havant Waterlooville. Let's check out the league table first of all, actually. You see here, we didn't sit in 6th place. 3 points above Bath in 8th place. We've got a game in hand, though. Our game in hand will come in this episode as well, away to Hungerford, which hopefully we can win. Against Havant Waterlooville, they got a game in hand as well. But if we beat them today, we'll only be 6 points behind them. So getting a bit closer to that top of the league there, and starting to think that it might be possible. Still, we need to continue this run for a long time yet to think about that. At the moment, it's still focused on the playoffs, but if we beat Havant Waterlooville today, we can certainly edge one step closer to trying to track down Ebbsfleet and Havant Waterlooville at the top there. Anyway, in terms of the team sheet, well, as I said, defence is looking really good. Miles Judd starts at right back today because Madeline's a bit tired. That's a little bit of a loss, it has to be said, but he's still on the bench. Ashton Fox is tired as well, but he started off today. Disappointed the fact we lost Armin as well, because him and Dinzei really built up a great partnership at the back there. But Fox has done well in his 2 games already, as I said, and hopefully him and Dinzei can build up a nice partnership there as well. Sam Matthews has been really, really good in recent times, as I said. Also, Asante's done really well in recent times as well. So the team is looking really good. Got a big test in today, though, Havant Waterlooville. We beat them 2-0 away from home. Can we do a similar thing at home? Well, let's find out. Okay, here we go. We just beat Ebbsfleet 3-0 at home in the last couple of games here. Can we do a similar thing to Havant Waterlooville? And this could be one of those big games we look back at the end of the season to see if we could win the title or not. I did say in the last episode as well with Hereford, the first half of the season was quite poor. We're sitting down in 10th place. The second half of the season was amazing, and we always won the title. I did jokingly say about this with Dover in the last episode. I didn't think it'd be possible with Dover, but at the moment it's looking like a similar sort of outcome, although we're still far away from from Esley and Havant Waterlooville. We still need to win still need to continue this great run of form for a long time. Yeah, we start slipping up, we'll be out the tar race again. So, still, they are obviously strong favourites. Esley and Havant Waterlooville. We keep this up for 5 or 6 more games, I say. Definitely can start believing. Anyway, first hold of the game here. Here's Judd. Tries a long ball, and it might reach Matthews. It will reach Matthews. Somehow. Oh my word. Dyche clears the ball there. I don't think that's Sean Dyche. Here's Cricklow to Lovett. Feels like Havant Waterlooville have been in the Vanarama South for forever, basically. I remember them beating, was it Man United they beat or someone? They played against someone and beat them. Seems like 15, 20 years ago now. Oh my word, what is the keeper doing? What is the keeper doing? Candy! Open goal, got to score. Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. I thought he might mess that up, to be honest with you. I thought he might mess that up. But we're 1-0 up in the game. Chicky Candy with a goal. He had a terrible game against Altrincham. Well, both the games against Altrincham, has to be said. They kept him very, very quiet. It seems like the Vanarama National is not his level. It seems like his level is down here. But anyway, he's proven his worth at this level. He's just got to go. What is the keeper doing? No one knows. No one knows at all. But Candy, I thought he might mess this up here. If the defenders continued to run, they might have been able to stop that. But unfortunately for us, they didn't. Please remember, guys, if you like this video, hit that like button for me. And also do hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out. And he much appreciated as well. So this is a great start to this massive match for us again. Of course, as I say, we beat Esley 3-0 at home. Can we beat Havant Waterlooville as well? We're looking like a real, real good team now. Amazing what could happen when you just get a tactic and you stick to it. I said it wasn't much of a tactic. I didn't select too many instructions, but just decided to give a little bit of a clean slate there. And it's going really well. I do say that now, though, but now here come Havant Waterlooville with the ball, but Wright wins the ball back. And there's Fox, who's continued to do well. He's doing well in this game as well. Lee Martin runs into trouble, though, but here's Candy. Out to Matthews. Swapped around to Candy. No, Candy's there, sorry. Candy shoots! Candy almost scores. Looking really good in this game again. Really, really good. Good first half. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. Havant Waterlooville on 8 shots. Only 1 of them on target. We're not in control of the match, but we're never really in control of any match, to be honest with you. But we don't concede many goals. So at the moment, it's looking good. It's looking good. Can we get a second goal, though, and get a little bit of breathing space here over Havant Waterlooville? That would be very nice. It's a big game. Massive game. Not just for the title race. I wouldn't say we're in a title race yet, to be honest with you, but it's a massive game in terms of the playoffs as well. Anyway, here's Lee Martin to Maguire. To Brundle, who can cross the ball. He can cross the ball. He can cross the ball. And Chicky Candy with the header there. I don't know where Mitch Brundle's just come out to be a technical genius in recent times, but he has. And Candy, with 2 goals in this game, we're 2-0 up against Havant Waterlooville, and we are cruising here. What a team we have become. Amazing. Get in there, boys. Brundle with another great cross. Obviously, he had a great cross in the last episode. He had another one between these episodes as well. So, yeah, I might just stick him out there on the wing, to be honest with you. 2-0 up in this game. Wouldn't go as far as saying the game's over, but we're in a strong position now. A very, very strong position. Back on the highlight, though, De Silva Mendes. Lots of clean sheets this season. Dyche wins ahead of though, and here's Lovett. Next goal could be crucial in this game. 3-0 could be over. 2-1, this game on. Well, Pasley's looking for, don't know who he's looking for there, to be honest with you. De Silva Mendes gathers it easily. Falls down to the ground. That is what we like to see. Kicks along again. Candy wins a header to Lee Martin. He's on a hat-trick, remember? He's on a hat-trick, Candy. Get in. Get in. We beat Esley 3-0. We're now 3-0 up against Havant Waterlooville. We've got 30 minutes to go yet. Chicky Candy with the goal. He's got a hat-trick in this game. He was terrible against Altrincham. Had a 5.9 in the first game there. In the red. Don't usually see that these days. But in this game, he's really turned up and he's got a hat-trick. He might have 6 finishing, but he didn't prove to have 6 finishing there, did he? Get in there. What a player. Anyway, 3-0 up here. Absolutely cruising. Let's make a couple of changes here. Aston Fox is having a great game, but he's tired, so we'll take him off. We'll bring on Jack Madeline for him. He's a very, very good centre. He's in the media Dream 11, for goodness sake, so he's a very good defender. You know, Candy, you've earned a break as well, mate. You've earned a break, Candy. We'll bring on Constable for him. We'll put Constable as a target forward in attack, though. Not as no, you know, we'll leave Constable as an advanced forward in attack. We're 3-0 up, for goodness sake. Let's not panic. Let's not do anything. Let's not change anything. Let's keep everything as it is. We're destroying them today. 20 minutes to go. Can we get a 4th goal in the game? Another change here. Who am I going to take off? You know, let's take off Lee Martin. Let's bring on Dean Agger for him. Well, win though. 3-0 home to Edsfleet. 3-0 home to Havant Waterlooville. 49 points now. We're still 11 points behind Ebbsfleet, of course. We've got a game in hand, but there's still a long way to go. So, of course, we could still win the title from this point, but still, we can't really say we're in a title race until we're in a couple of points of them, I reckon. So, got to ignore that at the minute. Anyway, corner chance here. Free kick chance, sorry. Matthews is very good at free kick. I think he's got 14 free kicks, which is very high at this level, of course. But that's a bit too far out for him. What a win, though. What a performance. Chicky Candy, the hero. 3-0. Happy days. Great win there. And, well, wasn't really in doubt after the first goal went in. We didn't see anything from Havant Waterlooville after that, really. It was a dominant performance. Great defensively again. Another clean sheet. Chicky Candy with a hat-trick as well. So he got 6 finishing. 6 finishing, but he's got, I don't know how many goals he's got this season now. Let's check. How many goals have you got, Candy? Yeah, he's got 20 goals in 29 games in all competitions this season with 3 assists. So, yeah, not bad for someone who's got 6 finishing. He's a natural winger. So, yeah, he's doing pretty well, Chicky Candy. Doing really well, in fact. And better yet, more importantly, we're doing really well. We're now 5 points clear of Weymouth in 8th place with a game in hand. So, if we win that game in hand against Hungerford as well, we'll go up to 3rd place. We'll leapfrog Dulwich Hamlet, Hampton and Richmond and Chippenham up to 3rd place. And we're definitely back in that little group. As I mentioned in the last episode, I said hopefully we can get into that little group there, that little playoff pack. And if we win against Hungerford in the next game, we will top that little pack and we'll be eyeing up Ebbsfleet and Havant Waterlooville above us. Make sure you stick around, guys. Hungerford away, coming up next. Okay, here we go, away to Hungerford. They're bottom of the league currently. As I said, if we win this game, we'll go up to 3rd in the league. A couple of changes from the last game, though. As you can see, the team was quite tired for only 3 days since playing Havant Waterlooville. Great win, by the way. So that means Jack Madeline comes in for Dinzey, who started off quite poorly as well. But as I said, all the new signings we made look quite good, started off quite poorly. That's because they had no club. They had no match fitness at all. But as soon as they got some match fitness, they turned out great players, like Dinzey, as you see there. 7.25, 7.38 in his last 5 games. So he's a solid centre-back for us, but he is tired today. So give him a little bit of a rest here. And I brought in Madeline for him to partner Fox. Madeline and Fox, 2 great centre-backs still, so that is great. Madeline normally plays right-back these days in place of Judd. But obviously Judd, a couple of games in a row here with the fixtures coming thick and fast. Also, Baptiste, who is a moaning myrtle, it has to be said. He's demanding a new contract. You can't demand new contracts at this level, Baptiste. Don't know who on earth he thinks he is. He's on £100 a week, which I get it, is quite low. And it should be on a little bit more than that, it has to be said, because he's a decent little player for us. But I cannot afford to give him a £250 a week pay rise to £350 a week, which is just ridiculous. Who does he think he is? Where do I think he get that money from? At Dover here. So yeah, it's not a possibility. So after that, I said no to that, of course. He's throwing his toys out the pram. He's not very impressed, and he's handing a transfer request. But he starts today for the first time since handing a transfer request, because Diaz Wright needs a rest. He's very tired, and games are kind of thick. The games aren't slowing down, basically, so we need to have some sort of rotation at some point, which I don't like to do, really. And also, Constable comes in for Asante as well, another one who's transfer listed my request, because I'm not playing him as a target forward and support. Well, when he plays as target forward and support, he doesn't do too well. When he plays as pressing forward and support, he scores goals, and he does quite well. So I've done that to work him out, to be honest with you. I did try and convince him of that fact, but he's not having any of it. But anyway, Hungerford away from home. Can we keep this great run of form going? Well, let's find out. Well, since I've changed the tactic, we've been playing with balanced mentality at home and cautious away from home. I was toying with the idea of playing with balanced here against Hungerford because they're bottom of the league, but I thought, you know what, it's going so well. Why don't I change from cautious to balanced in this game? Just because we're playing bottom of the league at Hungerford. But I'll change things if things aren't going our way in games. I still do that on occasion. Most of the time it's going quite well in games though. When I did change against Altrincham, we ended up winning the game, so that was great. But yeah, sticking with the cautious mentality here away to Hungerford, seeing how it goes first of all. 3 minutes in, we've got a highlight first in the game. We did beat Hungerford 4-0 earlier on in the season, which was very nice, of course. I know we're going to lose the game eventually. Hopefully it doesn't come in this game though. Here's Matthews. Will we lose? We might not lose a game. We might never lose a game ever again. We'll never know. We never know. Anyway, it's Hill. Where's he going? Where's Hill going? He kicks it out. And Baptiste is there to win the header now. Constable, but he heads it only to Evans. Now here comes Hungerford with Walker. But he's surrounded there. Look at all those Dover defenders there. Kicked it long. Here's Matthews. Oh, word. Lovely bit of pace from the boy. Matthews. Oh, my word. What a finish. What a finish. He's playing below his level, this boy. What a player he is. Sam Matthews. What a hit. What a signing he's been. I just knew it. You just know when you see these players and they pop up and you're scouting up there. He's interested in joining us. He looks class. Had to get him in straight away. We beat 5 other teams to his signature. He came here. He wanted to see the White Cliffs. And what a half volley that was. Get in. 3 minutes into this game, we're 1-0 up as well. But straight after that, we've got another highlight, so that's a little bit concerning. Here's Giabi, who's just slowing the tempo down completely. And then he's, well, a very overhit pass there. De Silva Mendes, absolute treat for him. He kicks it long. Constable running in. Oh my word, Constable with his legs there. Is he got a double whammy here? Is it a double whammy? Oh, it should be a double whammy. Constable. What a miss. Oh, what a gift that was, Constable. What a miss that was. Oh well. Looking really good in the game, of course. They're still not with 3 at the back, and at the moment it's not going too well for him. 12 minutes in, we've got another highlight. This is a very lively start to the match. It doesn't normally start this lively. Oh, is that a penalty? It's a penalty. The great thing about being in the lower leagues as well is there's no VAR to talk of. If it says penalty, it's a penalty. There's no drama. Constable will take it. No, I was about to say something. I'm not going to say it. Constable stepping up. He scores. Good job I didn't say it. I was about to say, I don't think we missed a penalty yet. I can't remember us missing a penalty. Might have done. We may have missed a penalty, but I can't recall. So I wasn't going to say it then, but I didn't, and Constable scored. Of course, if I would have said something, he would have missed for sure. Constable scored, sends the keeper the wrong way, and we are absolutely cruising this game. We're destroying them. As I said, this doesn't usually happen. This is when he highlights in the early stages here. We're running ragged here. At the moment, we're in third place, of course, but only 8 points behind Esley now. With 17 games to go, can we dare to dream? Anyway, in terms of the playoffs, we'd love to finish in the second and third place if we can't win the title, because obviously there's 6 teams going to the playoffs. If you finish in second and third, you only have to play 2 games, whereas the rest of the teams have to play 3 games. So that's definitely an advantage, of course. You get a bye in the first round, so that would be nice to finish in second and third place if we can't win the title, of course. And at the moment, we're looking good for second or third place. There's Candy. He gets on the act as well. We're 3-0 up after 34 minutes. This is getting a bit embarrassing for Hungerford. We have found our tactical style here. What is the style? I don't know. It's sort of like a counter-attack, I guess you could say. But it works well. It works well for us. What is the point of changing things? De Silva Mendes with the assist as well, which is nice to see. These defenders for Hungerford, well, they're not a clue what they're doing, do they? Candy, as I said, he's got 6 finishing, by the way. 6 finishing. 3-0 up here, we're absolutely cruising. They're dominating possession, but I don't really care because we're just destroying them. They got a 0.03 XG at half time. They haven't really turned up in the game, have they? 3-0 win at home to Havant Waterlooville. We're 3-0 up at half time away to Hungerford. We are a team on fire at the minute, which is very, very nice to see. Get in. Surely that's the game, this one. Surely that's the game here. First half of the second half. It's Walker with a throw in. Here's Massey. For Hungerford, of course. He crosses it in. Oh my word, basically a free header for Crowhurst. De Silva Mendes catches it, very, very easily though. He goes for one of his long kicks again. But Barry Hargreaves wins the header. Now here's Muir. The first time we've seen anything from Hungerford in the match. Good news for us is that we're 3-0 up, so that's great. But I would like to see the goal here. And spot the run, pal. Spot the run. Oh dear. They got a goal back. It's a little bit concerning. A little bit. Only a smidge concerning. Lee Martin come off. We'll bring on Dean Agger for him. Also, Brundle needs to be rested a little bit. So we'll bring on Diaz right for Brundle as well. Well, 32 minutes to go. It's 3-1. I'd love to get a 4th goal to get that 3-goal cushion again, because 3-1 is a little bit of a dangerous lead, especially away from home. So they make it 3-2. But I'm definitely pulling my pants. What happened there? I was a bit concerned. I thought Constable might get sent off. At the moment, we're still cruising, of course. Jake Evans is finding too much space with his crosses. Let's press him. Well, 15 minutes to go here. Santi is on for Candy. 10 minutes to go. It's 3-1. So I said, I'm getting a little bit nervous here. Hungerford have been the better team in the second half here, but we're holding on quite well. And just a couple minutes to go here. We should hold on to the win. Oh, no. Now we're down to 10 men. Right, we're down to 10 men, unfortunately, but we're 3-1 up with 6 minutes to go. Plus added time, so we should be alright here. We are alright. That's it. Good win there. Second half wasn't great at all, but we've done the damage in the first half there, the first 35 minutes. Another 3 goals scored. Couldn't keep another clean sheet, which is a little bit disappointing, but all in all, another great performance. Solid performance. Only 3 days after being Havant Waterlooville 3-0, for goodness sake. So I've got to be happy with that, and we just keep going on up now. And to be honest with you, with 17 games to go, I'll be extremely disappointed if we don't finish in the playoffs now this season. I think it'll be a disaster if we don't, to be honest with you. 8 points clear now of Weymouth in 8th place. I think we're looking more up than we are down now, to be honest with you. It still looks unlikely about the top 2 there, but You know, it's 8 points behind, so just one win and a loss for Ebbsfleet in a game week, it'll only be 5 points behind. And I think that's when you can start really starting to think that we can win the title, when it starts getting to like 6 points and below. So you never know, in the next game week or so, we'll see what we can do. We've got Hemel Hempstead away up next, 21st in the league. We need revenge against them as well. They beat us, didn't they? Yeah, they beat us 2-1 at home earlier in the season, so we need revenge against them. That'd be nice if we could. Look at the way we're playing currently. Unbeaten in the last, It's now 13 games unbeaten in all competitions. 9 of those in the league as well. So we're really, really flying currently. Next 2 games are away from home though, and despite winning away from home recent times, we still are clearly stronger at home. So a little bit nervy about them. Hemel Hempstead and Slough away from home. Got Eastbourne Borough coming up soon as well, though. But all winnable games, has to be said. Well, saying that, we just beat Ebbsfleet and Havant Waterlooville, the 2 best teams in the league, both 3-0 at home. So every game's a winnable game. Got Bromley up soon as well in the FA Trophy 5th round. That'd be nice. In terms of the next episode, though, guys, I will bring you back for a very, very interesting doubleheader. Chippenham away, who are currently sitting in 4th place, 1 place below us. And Hampton and Richmond at home, who are currently sitting in 5th place, 2 places below us. So it could be a massive couple of games there in terms of the playoff race. Hopefully we can go into that episode in 3rd place still, or maybe even above that. We shall see. Make sure you join me for the next episode, guys. Chippenham away and Hampton and Richmond at home. And please remember, if you like this video, to hit that like button for me. And also do hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out, and it much appreciated as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.